I found 28 birthday cards in my mother's closet, every single one I ever made for her. From the time I was 1 year old until I was 12. At 12, I stopped making cards, stopped trying, stopped caring. She kept them anyway, for 18 more years, until the day she died, which was March 14th. One day before my 30th birthday, one day before she could give me the 29th card, the one I found at the bottom of the box, still sealed, with my name on it, and a date that never came. But I need to start at the beginning, because the cards tell a story about a kid who loved his mom, then didn't, then forgot to, and a mom who never stopped keeping score, never stopped collecting proof that once, a long time ago, her son thought she mattered. I was helping clear out her house, 1 week after the funeral, 1 week after the accident. Car crash. Instant. She didn't suffer, they said. Like that makes it better. I was in her bedroom, going through her closet, clothes I'd never seen her wear, shoes still in boxes, and on the top shelf, way in the back, a shoebox, old Nike box, held together with rubber bands. I pulled it down. It was heavier than it should have been. I sat on her bed, cut the rubber bands, opened the lid, cards, birthday cards. Dozens of them, all organized by date, each one in a plastic protective sleeve, like precious documents, like artifacts in a museum. I picked up the first one. The envelope said, "To Mommy," in handwriting that wasn't mine, because I was one. I couldn't write yet, someone else wrote it for me. Probably her. Inside the envelope, a piece of construction paper folded in half. On the front, 2 tiny handprints in blue paint. My handprints, when my hands were small enough to fit in the palm of hers. Inside the card, in her handwriting, age 1, first birthday card. First time he touched paper with paint on his hands. He cried, but the handprints are perfect. March 15th. March 15th. My birthday. I put it down, picked up the next one, age 2. A drawing, scribbles really, green and red crayon, chaos on paper. But she'd written on the back, age 2. He said, "This is a dinosaur. I see it. March 15th. Age 3. More drawings. A stick figure that might be her. Yellow sun in the corner. Age 3, he said, "This is you, Mommy. You're the tallest." March 15th. Age 4. A card he actually tried on. Folded paper, stickers on the front. Inside, in letters that took him probably an hour. "I love Mom." She wrote on the back. Age 4. He spelled love wrong. Didn't correct him. Too precious. March 15th. I kept going through them, one by one, each year, each March 15th, age 5, age 6, age 7. The cards got better, more effort, more detail. More love visible in every crayon stroke and glitter glue disaster. Age 8, a poem. Roses are red, violets are blue, you're the best mom, and I love you. Basic, rhymed, but he meant it. Age 9, a card he made in school. Construction paper folded into a flower. Took him probably 2 hours. She wrote, age 9, art class project, he was so proud, March 15th. Age 10, store-bought card this time, but he'd drawn all over it. Added his own messages in the margins. You're the best. Thanks for everything. Love you, Mum. Age 11. Handmade again, but simpler, less time. Still effort, but less. She noticed. She wrote, age 11. Getting older. Still tries. March 15th. Then I got to age 12. The card was different. Construction paper, folded once, no decoration, no stickers, no glitter. Just words inside, in handwriting that was starting to look like mine looks now. Happy birthday, Mom. That's it. That's all it said. On the back, her handwriting, age 12. Last one he made. He said he was too old for kid stuff. I told him it was beautiful anyway. March 15th. Last one he made. I sat there holding that card. Age 12, 28 years old. The last time I made my mother a birthday card. I thought back, tried to remember. Age 12, 7th grade. The year I decided I was too cool, too grown up, too busy with friends and video games and being a middle schooler. Mum, I'm not making a card this year, that's for little kids. Oh, okay, honey. That's fine. And I never made one again. Not at 14, not at 21 or 25 or 29. For 18 years I didn't make her a birthday card. I texted, "Happy B-Day." Sometimes I called. Sometimes I forgot entirely and she'd have to remind me, "Hey, it's my birthday today." "Oh right, happy birthday, Mom." I kept digging through the box. There were more cards, but these weren't from me to her. These were from her to me. Birthday cards she'd given me over the years. The ones I'd opened, read, said thanks, and then thrown away. She'd saved them, pulled them out of the trash, kept them. Age 13. A Hallmark card. Generic. Happy 13th birthday to a wonderful son. I vaguely remembered it. I remembered throwing it away the same day. She kept it, put it in a plastic sleeve, wrote on the back. Age 13. He didn't want a card this year, gave him one anyway. He said thanks, but I could tell he didn't care, kept it anyway. March 15th. Age 14. Another store-bought card. Another note. Age 14, he opened it in front of his friends, seemed embarrassed. March 15th. Age 15. Age 15, he was out with friends on his birthday, left the card on his desk, found it in the trash later. March 15th. Every year, every single year, she bought a card. I barely acknowledged it. She saved it anyway. I went through them all. 16, 17, 18. Age 18. Last birthday before college, he leaves in August. I gave him a card. He said, "Mom, I'm 18. I don't need a birthday card." I said, "I know, but I need to give you one." He hugged me. First real hug in years. March 15th. I don't remember that hug. Age 19. College. Mailed him a card at school. He texted, "Got the card. Thanks." March 15th. Age 20 through 28. All the same. Cards she bought, cards she sent, cards I barely read, cards she kept anyway. Each one with a note. Each note shorter than the last. Like she was running out of things to say. Like she knew I didn't care but couldn't stop trying. Age 25. Sent card. He called to say thanks. Talked for 5 minutes. March 15th. Age 26. Sent card. He texted thanks. March 15th. Age 27. Sent card, no response. Called him 3 days later. He said he got it. March 15th. Age 28. Sent card. He said thanks over text. The X for card. That's all. March 15th. 28 cards total. 12 from me to her. 16 from her to me. Then I reached the bottom of the box. One more envelope. This one was different. Thicker. Still sealed. The flap tucked in, not glued. Ready to be opened. Ready to be given. On the front, my name. My address. A stamp. Not used, not mailed. She was going to give it in person. And in the corner, in her handwriting, March 15th. This year, my 30th birthday, the day after she died. My hands started shaking. I opened the envelope, carefully, like I was defusing a bomb. Inside, a birthday card, store-bought, simple. The front said, "To my son on his 30th birthday." I opened it. The printed message said something generic about being proud and watching you grow up. I didn't read it, because below the printed words, the entire inside of the card was covered in her handwriting. She'd written me a letter, a long one. I took a breath, and I read. "My darling boy, if you're reading this the way I hope you are, I'm handing you this card in person, probably over dinner. Probably while you roll your eyes at me for still giving you birthday cards at 30. But if you're reading this alone, then something happened to me, and I didn't get to give this to you the way I wanted to. Either way, you're 30 now, and I need to tell you some things. I kept every birthday card you ever made me. You know that now because you found them. I kept the handprints from when you were 1, the scribbles from when you were 2, the cards from when you tried so hard, and the cards from when you stopped trying. I kept the last one. Age 12. Happy birthday, Mom. 3 words. Took you probably 30 seconds to write. You said you were too old for kid stuff. You weren't. You just didn't want to try anymore, and that hurt, but I kept it anyway. I also kept all the cards I gave you, the ones you threw away. I'd find them in the trash, in the recycling, in the pile of mail on your desk that you never looked at. Each year I told myself, maybe this year he'll keep it. Maybe this year he'll care. You never did. But I kept giving them anyway. because that's what mothers do. We keep trying, we keep reaching out, we keep giving love, even when it's not returned the same way. At 12, you stopped making me cards. And I felt it. I felt the shift, the distance, the growing up and growing away, but I understood. Kids grow up. Kids stop doing little kid things. Kids stop thinking their moms are the center of the universe. That's normal, that's how it's supposed to be. What hurt wasn't that you stopped making cards. What hurt was that you stopped trying at all. For 18 years, from 12 to 30, you forgot my birthday more times than you remembered it. You texted when you did remember. You called if I reminded you. You came to dinner if I begged. And every year, I bought you a card. Wrote something in it. Tried to tell you I was proud. Tried to tell you I loved you. Tried to remind you that even though you were busy and grown and building your own life, you still had a mum who thought about you every single day. You'd say thanks, sometimes. Or you'd nod. Or you'd hug me for exactly 2 seconds and then check your phone. And I'd save the card. Because even though you didn't care about it, I cared about the moment. I cared about the trying. I cared about the fact that for one day a year, I got to remind you that you were born. And that was the best day of my life. Your 30th birthday is a big one. 3 decades. I've been your mom for 30 years. That's more than half my life. And every single one of those years has been the greatest gift I've ever received. I know you don't think about it that way. I know birthdays are just another day to you now. I know you probably didn't even want me to get you a card this year, but I needed to, because I needed you to know something. Every March 15th for 30 years, I've woken up and thought, today is the day my son was born. Today is the day everything changed. Today is the day I became a mother. And no matter what happened during the year, no matter if you called or didn't call, visited or didn't visit, remembered my birthday or forgot it entirely, March 15th was always my favorite day. Because it's the day you arrived, and nothing you do will ever change the fact that your existence is the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't need cards anymore, sweetheart. I don't need grand gestures. I don't need you to try as hard as you did when you were 7 years old and covered in glitter glue. I just need you to know that I kept every card because every card was proof that once you loved me the way I've always loved you, completely, without question, without keeping score. And even though you stopped making them, I never stopped feeling that love, even in the silence, even in the distance, even in the TX for card texts. I felt it. I feel it. I'll always feel it. So when you blow out your candles today, don't wish for anything for me. Don't feel guilty about the cards you didn't make or the birthdays you forgot. Just know that every year of your life has been a gift to me. And I'd do it all again, every moment, every card, every time you forgot, and every time you remembered. Because you're my son, and that's all that matters. Happy 30th birthday, my love. I'm so proud of the man you've become, even if that man doesn't make birthday cards anymore. All my love forever, Mom. P.S. If you're reading this after I'm gone, please don't regret the cards you didn't make. Make one for someone else instead. Your future kids, your friends, someone who needs to know they matter. That's all I ever wanted. For you to know you matter, to me. Always. I sat on her bed holding that card for an hour, maybe 2. I lost track. The date on the envelope, March 15th. Today's date, March 21st. 6 days ago was my 30th birthday. And I didn't even realize I was so destroyed by her death that I forgot my own birthday. March 14th, she died. March 15th, I was at her funeral. Planning, crying, calling family, signing paperwork. I spent my 30th birthday burying my mother, and I didn't even know she died trying to make it to my birthday. One more day, that's all she needed. One more day and she could have given me this card. Could have taken me to dinner, could have celebrated with me one last time, but she didn't make it. By one day. And I didn't even notice the birthday came and went. I looked at the card again, read it again. Every word. Every March 15th was my favorite day. I spent March 15th in a funeral home, picking out a casket, choosing flowers, talking to a priest. The worst day of my life was her favorite day of every year. I put the card back in the envelope, put all 28 cards back in the box, put the box on my lap, and I cried. The kind of crying that comes from somewhere deep, Somewhere that knows you can't fix this, can't apologize, can't make one more card. I stopped making her birthday cards when I was 12. I'm 30 now. 18 years. 18 birthdays I could have made her something. Anything. A card. A drawing. A stupid piece of paper that said, I love you. 18 chances I didn't take. And now I have 28 cards she kept, and one card she never got to give. And a 30th birthday I didn't even know I had. I took the box home. It sits on my desk now. I look at it every day. Last week was my dad's birthday. I made him a card. First one I've made in 18 years. Construction paper, colored pencils. Took me an hour. He cried when I gave it to him. Your mom would be so happy, he said. I know, I said. That's why I made it. I can't make her cards anymore. Can't give her back the 18 years of birthdays I wasted. Can't tell her I'm sorry for stopping, for forgetting, for not trying. But I can do what she asked. I can make cards for other people. I can show them they matter before it's too late. Before they're gone. Before there's a 29th card I never get to give. My mom kept 28 birthday cards in a box for 30 years. She kept them because they were proof. Proof that once I loved her enough to try. Proof that she mattered to me. Proof that before I grew up and grew distant, there was a kid who thought his mom deserved glitter glue, and crooked letters and drawings that didn't look like anything but meant everything. She kept them because she knew. She knew that someday I'd find them, and I'd understand. Love isn't about the big moments, it's about the little pieces of paper we fold in half and fill with words. It's about the cards we make when we don't have to. The cards we give when we could just text. The cards we save when everyone else throws them away. It's about showing up, trying, caring, even when it's easier not to. My mom showed up for 30 years, and I stopped showing up at 12. I can't fix that. But I can start showing up again for other people, for the people I still have, because one day they'll be gone, and I'll be sitting on their bed holding a box of things they kept, wishing I'd made one more card, said one more thing, tried one more time. I have 28 birthday cards in a box, and one I'll never be able to return. But I have my whole life left to make sure no one else has to sit where I'm sitting, holding proof of love they didn't return, reading words they'll never get to answer. Make the card, write the letter, say the thing, before March 14th comes, and March 15th is just another funeral. Next time, I'll tell you about something else she left behind, another way she kept trying, another box I found, but for now I have a card to make for my dad, for his birthday next month, because my mom asked me to. In the last card she ever wrote, and this time I'm going to listen.